The reason, Sumit, why you are able to do this quick fast is because you know the tech, you have years of experience.
Right.
You already knew while typing your prompt, the patterns you needed into your solution were automatically came out.
Amit said that to me about halfway through our conversation, and I think it is the most important technical point in the whole discussion. My speed is not the tool. My speed is years of already knowing what to ask for.
And on this, Sumit, see, consider you have $1 million.
Right.
Okay, you got GPUs in the cloud. How much time do you think it will take for you to run an LLM model there, or a RAG system, RAG system, or with vector database? How much time? 10 minutes? 30 minutes?
Yep. Amit put it as a question, and it is a fair one. Standing up a model or a retrieval system with a vector database is not where the difficulty lives anymore.
It is as good as creating any other system, because you are creating an application over all existing. All the scripts are ready, all the SDKs are ready, and you don't even need it. You just take a Claude API key or a Open API key or Gemini key, and then make your system.
Right. That's
Correct.
it. That's right.
For that, I still believe they are all application developers. It's kind of, it can be a full stack application. There is a UI with it, or just a machine to machine, but they're all application developers. Application layer.
Right.
Everybody's an application.
Right. His conclusion is blunt, and I agree with it. Most of us working with these models are application developers. That is not an insult. It is just where the work actually sits. Prompting gets talked about as a new skill. In engineering, I am not sure it is. The prompt is usually the visible tip of something much older. To ask for the right architecture, you first have to understand architecture. To ask for the right data model, you have to understand data. To ask for secure authentication, you have to already know what secure authentication should look like.
AI is helping you so much because you know what to ask.
Right.
You have to tell, I want this way. I want this, this.
Right.
But if you did not know that what you have to ask, it would have been given the most gibberish solution ever.
Right. And the chain runs exactly the same way when the knowledge underneath is thin. A weak decision still produces a confident, detailed prompt. It just produces a confident, detailed, wrong solution. AI can express my judgment very quickly. It cannot tell me whether my judgment was any good. I want to show you the change I am talking about in my own work. Before 2022, when we do not have ChatGPT or other things, there was many times, I have few days when I wasn't able to properly run my system in my local. Even I was running a Java-based server, and it has some other microservice, it is not running. I'm looking line by line, its configuration, its commands, Dockers, and this, and then again I'm starting, and it took days to come up. Nowadays, I write just to terminal, set up the system. It has microservices, it has Dockers, it has AWS integrated, it has whatever. It never complains. This is the problem. It tells few problem came, I automatically fixed it. You had the same person, same kind of system. The difference is not that I got better. The difference is that the friction went away. And what was left behind was everything I had already learned from it. Amit made that concrete using the system I have been building, and he was right about where the decisions actually came from.
Giving it, AI would have created a monolithic solution. But you are the one who says, oh, no, I want one for this set of functionality, one for this set of functionality.
Right.
This microservice should be written in Node because it's IO intensive. This should be written in Java because it is compute intensive.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
This database because should be capturing all that unstructured data. This database will be capturing all that structured data. Correct? This is the security system should be there. I want this way. So you are the one who said, no, I want a Amazon Cognito. So you have put in all the constructs, all the patterns, practices, foundation into that one. You decided, I want these many microservices, this microservice on this stack.
The specific technologies are not the point here. The point is that none of those choices came out of the coding model, where the service boundaries sit, which workload belongs where, how the data is separated, how identity works. I brought all of that to the prompt.
But that whole knowledge was in your brain. It came out so well.
That is the sentence I keep coming back to. The knowledge was already there. AI is what let it come out quickly.
Definitely. Consider the building. You know what and how to make a building, it will come out well. You just say make a building, then
underneath a system, there is a foundation: identity, data, the network, security. The columns are the services, the workflows, the interfaces between them. And the beams are the things that keep it standing under load: observability, testing, deployment, recovery.
You got to know every column and every beam of your building, then only the building will sustain.
A prototype survives on shortcuts. A business-critical system does not. You do not have to lay every brick yourself anymore, but somebody still has to know why the building stands up. So here's how I would put the whole thing. AI is a multiplier. It multiplies speed. It multiplies how many times you can try something. It multiplies who can reach a working implementation at all. And it multiplies a bad assumption just as faithfully as a good one. Two engineers, the same tool, the same afternoon, and the difference between them is not the tool at all. I still read what it produces. File names, classes, variables, configuration. I go through it and make sure the structure is right and that it can be refactored later without tearing the thing apart.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even AI generating the code or something, I'm still going and looking, comparing with beyond compare, looking into it, file names and this, looking into classes, variables, configuration files, and everything I'm looking and making sure it has the right structure. The opportunity is not to type faster. It is to spend the time you get back somewhere more valuable: on architecture, on system boundaries, on the domain rules, on how it fails, on data quality, on security, and on whether any of it serves the business.
Correct. This is where we need to find people for the business who can think like that.
Right.
The architecture, the design, the practices should be combined together and the solution should be made.
That is what Amit means by finding people who can think like that, not people who can produce code, people who know what a complete system has to contain in the first place. The skill was never memorizing every line of code. The skill is knowing what a good system must contain and noticing when the generated one does not contain it. AI reduces the cost of implementation. It does not remove the need for engineering judgment. One note before we finish. This is a discussion between two engineers about patterns we have seen in our own work. The examples are illustrative, and the views about where engineering is heading are opinions, not predictions.